think I look at it from a different lens than Matt, and it's not about does the death count determine what's worse, and I look at really harm to the institution. I think one of the insidious parts about January 6th that to me resonates more sometimes than the 9/11s and the D-Days is this was an attack from within. This wasn't a foreign adversary. This wasn't an enemy of the United States. This was our own people. This was our own president who unleashed this riot with the sole purpose of trying to ensure that a free and fair election was not certified. And I think the heartbreaking part to me about January 6th, more than anything that happened that day, was that night when 147 Republicans voted against certifying the election. A positive, powerful thing to end the day would have been if, in a unanimous vote with one voice, our elected leaders came together and said, you know what? This election happened. This is the result. This is the winner, and we stand by it. Our entire system is predicated on the idea that the loser of an election will accept that outcome and relinquish the reins of power peacefully. And
But the
on
other thing
this
I think is
day,
that there's been a change in tenor at the same time. I understand your point, Kurt, about that night, but I also remember Republicans, like Nancy Mace comes to mind. I used to have her on all the time after January 6th, who were very critical of the president's actions. But now almost every conservative and/or Republican, and Matt, you just did the same thing, seeks to minimize the impact of January 6th. And that over time, it wasn't as big of a deal. It wasn't as bad as such and such. Matt,
yeah,
your thoughts? Or Kurt, you can
I'll say
finish
one
your
thing,
thought. I'm
and
sorry.
I'll let Matt jump in here. I think that the story of January 6th is told in the text messages that were released and found during the January 6th committee investigation of every Republican, of every Fox News host, of so many people who are allies of Donald Trump and who worked in this administration, all saying at the same time, this has to stop. You have to get out there and stop this. This will ruin your legacy. It was a unison voice. Everyone's saying the same thing.
Right.
And what I find challenging now is 5 years later, where did all those voices go?